Hello and welcome. This video is the raw footage from my Twitch streams. I decided to make these available to anyone who wants to go back and watch the games from the beginning. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to join us on Sundays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Twitch at the link in the description. Thank you and enjoy!
Hello all! It's good to see you again. Yeah, I remember when Mulan came out and all of a sudden everything was... Hold on just a second. I need to reset my girl. There we go. Much better. So, the VCRs couldn't play it because there was so much data on the screen when the Huns came over the mountain and chased the Mulan and her troop that the VCRs just could not handle it. Elsa's a pretty good one. I actually prefer Frozen 2 to Frozen 1. Um, Frozen 1 has some songs that really just grate my nerves. It's also not as good storytelling wise. 2 is just amazing. I know that Elsa and Anna are my sister's absolute favorites. Not my sisters, my daughters. Oh boy. So, it's gonna be a night! Just so you all know, I have been sick recently. I am feeling better, but we may make this a short night depending upon how long it takes us to play through the game and everything. So, I've asked you guys, and you have all answered who your favorite one is, but my favorite Disney princess is, in fact, Briar Rose. You're gonna make me read all that? Hi, just a second. Yes, that is a very good explanation of what's going on. So, what did you all think of the intro music? It's new. Did it work? I hope it worked. I'll be very disappointed if it didn't work. Hmm. Looks like I need to go back and reorganize my character. Her sad face isn't working. Okay, good to know. And her anger face is just a little too prevalent. Oh well, we will work on that. So my Disney princess is Briar Rose, Aurora, Sleeping Beauty. Um, I love the music, although it was a depressing amount of time after I became an adult that I actually discovered that the music in Sleeping Beauty is actually from the ballet Sleeping Beauty. They just repurposed it and added words. Um, which is something as a music major I really, really should have known well before that point, but I hadn't really paid attention to ballet music, and so yeah, that was a fun finding out. All right, let's get into the game. I know we haven't had a lot of talking tonight. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. I know most of you guys aren't interested, but the Switch 2 has been announced. Woohoo! That being said, I've looked at the prices and the games, and I'm not going to be able to afford it anytime soon. So, yeah. It is definitely going to be a case of um, waiting on getting to play those games. On the plus side, the only Legends of Zelda that's coming out is with it is Hyrule Warriors, so I'm not being um, driven by my love of Legends of Zelda to go get it. That being said, they are releasing the GameCube games, including Wind Waker, which is one of my favorite Legends of Zelda games, onto the Switch 2 in the GameCube package. So that does make me sad that I'm not going to get it, but yeah, Merida is cool. Bows and arrows. I am glad that she becomes more intelligent throughout the movie. She's a little snot at the beginning, if we're honest. Alright, let's switch this over to gaming. We're picking this up because We didn't complete the puzzle. We're gonna have to restart it. Yay! With the wave of the Immortal Wand, the Frog Prince curses have been removed, his transforming touch and his immortality. As I gaze at his lifeless body, I can't help but feel sad for the years of suffering. Now I must save Marie before it is too late. Okay. Well, true. But that could also be said of most of the modern princesses. And even Mulan didn't hang around. Oh. Let's see. No! Boo, so close! The Hans Christian Andersen stories are pretty cool. It is a case of... I didn't know as much about the Hans Christian Andersen stories until much later. I was much more aware of the... Well, closer. Alright. Anybody have any clue how I fix this? That didn't help much, did it? I think that actually made it worse. I just don't want to skip this puzzle. Let's see. Sorry, I'm rearranging my screen so I can see things. Is what's happening. So actually we're closer, maybe. No, that made it worse. Okay. Oh, but the can't I just switch these two? Oh, and we're back to where we... Oh, fine. Yes, yes. Not like there's 5 more minutes of this thing left anyway.
Thank you for the blanket, Detective. Before you rescued us, a figure in white appeared. I looked directly into her eyes. Her stare was as cold as ice. She whispered madly about a snowfall kingdom and the end of this world. I don't know or care what it means. Please just take me home.
You've rescued the Chancellor's daughter and ended the prince's curse. However, a greater evil looms upon the fabled Snowfall Kingdom. It won't be long until your next investigation takes you to the high mountains, from which no fairy tale detective has returned.
So while the credits run... Yes, our next game is... You mentioned liking Hans Christian Andersen. The next game is the Snow Queen. So we will get to see the Snow Queen on... Today is Thursday, so on Sunday. I'm not going to go ahead and load it tonight. It actually takes a great deal of work to switch my my streaming service between games because of the way Bluefish Games actually plays their games. I can't just have them both loaded at the same time. I have to close one and then load the other. So my plan for tonight is for us to play through the sub-game that is on here and potentially look through some of the extras, because what I have on all of these are the extended editions, which means I have all the screenshots and the wallpapers and everything for personal use if I wish to. A new, harder adventure is unlocked. You now gain the Golden Crown item. Oh, I guess this one doesn't have a sub-game. All the others have a sub-game. Interesting. So do we want to play it on hard mode or just go look at the bonuses? Yes, that's the crown for the frog door. Should we go look behind the frog door? We're just gonna skip. We heard the exposition not that long ago. I don't think we need to hear all of it again. Hopefully we don't have to go through the whole game this time. I don't think we do. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really not up to playing through the whole game again. There's another lizard. That lizard is right there. There we go. Because again, we're on hard mode, of which there is no hit button. However, if we're honest, we can still cheat because we have the strategy guide here, which is the walkthrough for this game. Alright. And we got the suckle scythe. Come on. Not gonna mess with the frogs. this is the stone emblem. Map. Yay, map. And it's not like the objectives change here, so yay. That will make things easier. And back to the fishing net. I just realized that in hard mode there's a couple of puzzles I can't skip. Ooh. That's gonna be fun. Because I skipped them last time. Oh well. We'll figure it out. A stick. And then we need a circle. Hey. A gate key. The froggy gate key. So we're looking for froggy things. I know I'm not talking much. Apologies, guys. I am focusing on this, and I should learn to do both at the same time. That's what this is for, is learning. We discussed earlier what your least favorite, or what your favorite Disney princesses are. What's your favorite Disney movie? Because I know mine is not the same as my favorite Disney princess. Don't get me wrong, I like Sleeping Beauty, but it is not the best movie Disney has ever made. Okay. Need a rag. Oh. Ah, the shoe. There's the rag. Dragonfly, ladybug, cottage key. And now we go get dropped down a hole. Six and 4. Here we go. Well, if we're talking about the movie I've seen the most, at this point that is probably Encanto, but that is entirely due to my daughter. For the first year and a half of her life, that was the only thing that would calm her down if she was really on a tear, would be Encanto in the background. So we watched a lot of Encanto. I've seen that movie almost 500 times at this point. And yes, the reason I'm asking is because what did we watch tonight? We did Frozen 2 Sing-Along, is what's been on the TV at our house tonight. So, yeah. Okay. This is the rose emblem? Yes.
You are not well.
Skip. Oh yes, now I've got to figure out my way out of here. Oh no, I don't. Here we go. Sister Ivy and Sister Briar Rose, release the spirit, and you shall free the others. Secret tree disc. Where do I shove the secret tree disc? I'm confused. Did I miss something on our first playthrough? A place to put a secret tree disc? See. There's the coin. There's the nut, the leaf. There it is. They hid it as decoration. And now we just need a little piece of metal back there. Alright. Let's dig our way out of here, guys. Yay! Well, that gets me one. All right. there's the two. $19.27. All right. Sayana, I know you're the only one who's currently on who plays Genshin. Have you played through the most recent story update yet? In Natlan? Oh yeah. There is a lot of level grinding in the early stages. So you're probably not going to make it to Liyue, or to Natlan in time for the... special story to be over. I had actually been complaining about... because Fontaine has an amazing storyline, and Fontaine is the land that opens up just before Natlan. For those of you who don't know, Genshin Impact is a huge RPG. You play across multiple lands, and you're hunting for your brother. Or your sister, depending upon whether you chose male or female form at the beginning of the game. And whoever wrote the Fontaine plotline, it is an absolute masterpiece and will leave you bawling. We will get to it eventually, because I'm going to play through it for you guys at some point. But right now in Natlan, which is the next land, they have... I had been complaining that they had not given us enough time to really make the story seem... to give emphasis to the story. Like, they didn't make the characters as relevant. No, that's not completely true. But they hadn't made us fall in love with the characters before they put them in dire situations, so it wasn't as... it didn't hit as hard. But for the start of the start of the new storyline, absolutely leaves you flattened and bawling your heads out. And that's for the start of the story. One of the pet companions ends up very, very sick. And you have to save them. But doing so could actually put everybody else in danger too. Yay! And normally I wouldn't provide spoilers, but honestly, even if I started playing for you guys today, there is no way we would have enough time to play through to get to that storyline before it was gone. And I am happy that they're starting to provide more emphasis to the stories and really starting to draw people in. Like, the other stories aren't bad. Ayana can tell you that Liyue, while has some very annoying traits, has an amazing plotline. Well, at least she will be able to when she gets through grinding. I can honestly tell you, I did as much of Liyue as I had to get through it, and then moved on. And now that I'm a lot stronger, I've gone back to Liyue, and it's a lot easier. Which makes complete sense. But does anybody see this jar? Ah, nope. I say that. There it is. Need some way to break apart that rock. Map. Back in here. So we get the Swan Princess key. I wish I was as sharp as I used to be. At one point in time, I could play through this, and 2 days later, I'd remember where everything was, and it wouldn't take time to actually re-look for everything. I could just pick it out. This is what happens when you get older. Yes, yes, I know. There are several of you who are on here looking at me and just staring and glaring, and I get it. Oh, does anyone remember how we got 20 fish? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have 3 too many fish. Okay. That's how. That's annoying. It doesn't stay on the page I put it on. Okay, lakeside disc. Here we go. I don't know why I thought it was going to be easy to get to the special whatever is in this one. I was kidding myself, I guess. That happens occasionally. Alright, there we go. One pirate ship in a bottle. Did I miss an axe or something somewhere? Yes, there. Right. Oh, shield emblem. There we go. That went a lot better than last time. Swan Princess out of the lake. Get her crown. Alright. There we go. Alright, one skeleton key goes into the skeleton so that we can get the snippers. So that we can open the greenhouse. And use the greenhouse key. And grab the next potion. Alright. Back to the rudeness that is hiding leaves in leaves. And this time I'm just not spotting them as fast as I did last time. Yeesh! Huh? Just looking for those leaves. Last time I spotted them quickly because they looked fake against the rest of them, but I'm not spotting them this time. There we go. Oh, that's right, it goes in the door. Oh, where's the lightning? I guess it kind of has to be in the greenhouse. Yep, there's the lightning. There we go. Plant vase, vase. Now see, that's one of those words that because it has multiple ways of saying it, it's kind of just annoying. It's vase or vase, depending upon who you talk to, and there are people who have significant opinions either way. And if you say the wrong one to the wrong person, you're gonna hear about it for hours. Like, seriously, it's can be either or. It's like the plural of octopus. The plural of octopus is, depending upon who you talk to and what you're doing, either octopus, octopi, or octopuses. All three are technically correct. Alright, so someone asked me to explain this puzzle. You have the picture of a sprout over here, and you have a picture of a dead tree over here. Somehow, you have to get these all to line up, but here's the kicker. You can only turn off one at a time. Oh, really? I'm wrong. The two you have to worry about are these two. Got it. All right. Oh, so close. No! Ha! Hey, Wave, does that one make more sense now? Believe me, I get it. It was not my favorite play format at all. Alright, one elegant crank for the ballet theater. Boat in a bottle. Another boat in a bottle. Because after all boats belong in a bottle. So, my eldest has decided on her new favorite thing to do. Biking is fun, everybody, but she would like you all to know that skateboarding is far superior. So now I've got to, at some point, get her some pads. We've already told her to please wait for her birthday for potential skateboard and the appropriate pads. Just because I can't afford all of it at once, and honestly, I'm not really enthusiastic about her getting into skateboarding. I mean, I can't say much. I did enjoy doing it myself when I was a kid, but that still doesn't make me ecstatic that she has decided it's her new favorite thing. Especially as she has my relationship with gravity, which means that there's a love-hate relationship there. Gravity loves to hate her. So just in case anybody was curious about where my daughter's next entry is most likely to come from, It's because she has decided that skateboarding is absolutely the most amazing thing in the world. Nope. Looking for the green ones. There, there, and there. Okay. Okay, I missed something. Is that the one I'm looking for? Yes. How did she find out about skateboarding? We have a toy lot here that a bunch of toys are just left at for people to play with. And excuse me. One of the toys that was left by one of the other kids was a skateboard. And so she's been playing on a skateboard that is truthfully too small for her. It is designed for someone not necessarily younger, but because she's so tall, it doesn't really fit her. So she needs a slightly broader board and a slightly longer board. So, yeah. On the plus side, she couldn't use the rollerblades that were there, so I'm not sure which would be worse. There's the silver coin. Oh, and it sounds like someone has just woken up. Yeah, Cassandra fell asleep before she made it to bed tonight. So we've been wondering how long it would take before she realized what was going on and decided to get comfortable. She actually managed to fall asleep on the floor, which is highly uncomfortable. The shield emblem goes here. Leaf heirloom. Secret tree disc. Where does the secret tree disc go? I am so confused. But I don't think I can get into the... Yeah, I don't have all the bottles yet. How am I supposed to get in there when I don't have all the bottles? Nope. Huff. Oh, that's right. The leaf heirloom goes here. Well, that gets me one bottle. Where is the other one? Well, can't blame me for trying. Oh. Nope, that's not helpful. All right. An object, plant emblem, rusty key. Wait, that was supposed to be the last ship we found? Okay. I'm missing a ship. Bolt cutter's greenhouse, potion. No. Where is the ship? A ship, a ship, a ship, a ship, a ship. There's a wooden oar. Pirate ship. Yes, I got the pirate ship. Oh, well, that's not actually actively helpful. Yes, yes. I know, I'm just trying to find a pirate ship in a bottle. Well, actually, I don't know what type of ship I'm trying to find in a bottle. It said the ore would be here. There's the ore. Okay. But still can't get to the ore because I need the final ship in a bottle. Which is hiding. Somewhere. Yes. I know that. Yeah. I kind of figure the treatise can't be used until closer to the end because the golden rose from the first game couldn't be used until closer to the end too. So it makes perfect sense. It's just annoying. I mean, I get it. I don't think this gives me the ship, though. Nope. That would be nice. Okay. Small die sack, door, tree disc, hidden object. 9, 0, 7, 1, 1927, yes. Cursed object. Green ghost. Head forward. Hidden object. To reach the cottage. Earth element decoration jar. Swan princess key. Side the red buttons. Change the image to 4 panels. Yes. Each fish. Take the moon gem once the puzzle's been solved. Lakeside disc. Oof. That sounds miserable. We actually, I think, are set to have some fairly decent weather going forward, which is nice. I'm quite looking forward to it. Filing cabinet. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Shaws that I have to block. And honestly, another 6 that should be reblocked. So I really need the nice weather just so that I can woof! Ick! I don't like those temperatures. That's miserable. Like, that just doesn't even sound like fun. It is amusing that it seems that every time I move north, I move out to a place that is technically warmer on a regular basis than where I grew up. Never mind the fact that I am significantly further north. Now we've got the lovely coast to help with that. Nope. Nope. Okay. Ooh. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. How are the plants gonna handle that being that cold this late in the season? I can't imagine that's gonna be good for any of the crops. Oh, that doesn't sound like fun. I'm glad you waited on the others, though. Having to cover one crop is one thing. Having to cover multiple crops is a pain. But I know some of the farmers had to have already gotten started. They're gonna be hurting. Oh, and have y'all seen what's happening over in Japan? They're having a massive spat of earthquakes over there. They had another couple big ones today. Or I guess yesterday. However time works. Oh, does anybody remember where we found that potion? That's the chemical ink that I was looking for. Interesting. The ruby. Well, that lake up there should be well filled. Guess that's a good thing. Have they opened the spillway on Texoma yet? Just in case anybody's watching this later, Lake Texoma has a really interesting and somewhat creepy spillway. I'd be surprised, but with the way things are going, you never know. Texas has gained a monsoon season. And of course, one of the reasons the weather is miserable is because it is the first weekend of Scarborough Renaissance Festival. And we can't have a nice weekend for opening weekend. That would be heresy. I hope everybody who's going has fun this year. Bring me back some stories. Probably. I mean, it's not like there hasn't been a drought around there for a while anyway, so... It probably has plenty of catching up to do before it actually spills over. Escape. Alright. And the frog and the two pieces of glass. There's one glass, there's the frog. There's the other piece of glass. Well, it may go over this weekend. That seems like a distinct possibility at this point. Here we go. Then we go all the way back out to Snow White's cottage and into the hidden room. palace in the kitchen. That is not the palace. Hi. Completely depends upon how bad the storms are. Alright, the tassel is here. And then we just need that corner piece, which is right there. And we're back to the room with the frog prince. Who has, in my opinion, some of the most annoying portions of the puzzle. But because they are annoying, they are easy to remember, so. Found the agate goblet, this is the... Found the jade goblet, this is the agate goblet. Oh yes, around the cups. Alright. That's on the candelabra. So isn't that? Candelabra is such a fun word. There are all sorts of weird and random words in the English language that are just fun. Alright. Snow White's cottage, I think? Yes. Pearls are here. Oh. Those are color shifted. I don't remember where that piece is. Anybody see this piece? There it is. Dropped onto the floor. Ah. One goblet. Two goblets. Right. Oh yes. This is the book on mortality that goes in the bookshelf. So that we get another book. Because after all, what else would you use a book for but to get another book? Here we go. Nope. It's worth a try. Yes, I know. Probably not where it goes, but... That is the one thing in later games that... Has Cassandra seen the tiaras? No. No, she has not. And I honestly have no plan to show them to her. Because... Oh. Are you talking about the ones in-game or the ones you sent? Either way, the answer is no. I was planning on giving her the ones you sent this weekend. In-game, I don't want her to see those tiaras. I don't need her wanting them. That girl loves jewelry. I can't afford that. I mean, I honestly can't imagine her not liking them. She has liked everything you've gotten her, Granny. I guess it's a possibility. Although unlikely. I expect when we give them to her, you will probably be able to hear the squeal from all the way down in Texas. If you're wondering. There it is. That one shard that keeps pretending it's a leaf. Forward! glass slipper. I don't remember these things being this hard to find last time. One little piece is hiding. Ha ha ha! There you are. Knew you were over there somewhere. I honestly feel like this was an underutilized space. I think it could have done so much more and been so much more interesting. There we go. All right. Oh, the shoe closet key. Guess if I'd come here first, I'd already have had the shoe closet key. Alright. That's on top of his head. That's that. The pole is here. Had no problem finding the beaded bracelet last time, and now I don't see it. Ah, there it is. On top of the roof. Okay, shoe closet key. Into here. Don't want to forget that. A sharp tool. I will say, there are fewer glaring anachronisms in this one than there are in the first one. There's a couple, but not anywhere near as many. Okay. Stone halberd. Oh yes, the one that sticks out the window. I have a sharp tool. I guess they want a specific sharp tool. That sharp tool will probably do it. Ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Really? I know I did it on accident last time. Really? Ah. So it's the dog in front of the hunt. Alright, the prince's portrait. Oh, I didn't pick up the princess's portrait. I gotta go back and figure out where she is. See, this is the problem with rushing. Then you do things like this, and you're then behind. Whereas if you just paid attention the first time. Isn't that the story of my life, though, if I just paid attention the first time? Yep, but I don't have the princess portrait. There it is. Ha! I do remember where it was. And we are home free. Sort of. The last of the elemental jars. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, so I have to make a confession. I didn't completely pay attention to this level the last time. So I have no idea where that lotus flower was because I clicked on it last time on accident. Da, 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 da. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. There it is. Alright. Back here, one final time. Grabbing a sharp machete. Well, I mean, I would hope the machete was sharp. It would be quite boring if it was dull. Yes, the pun was intended. No, I'm not completely sorry for it. I've spent way too much time around punsters to be sorry for a bad pun. Small hammer. Ball peen hammer, specifically. There's that. One green gem. And one metal piece. Ah, it's on the... looks like a whistle. need the cottage door key. Alright. Oh yes. The silly harlequin frog. There. One harlequin frog. Yeah, closer to having to deal with the creepy doll on the couch. Oh yes. That requires the fire tongs, which are right here. This is one thing about the later games that I do miss out of these earlier games. Is in the later games they actually give you the ability to jump between areas. So you don't have to walk back through all the time. It makes the gameplay much easier. I mean, I guess there is something taken away from not having to walk around all the time, but I am honestly somewhat lazy when it comes to playing my games and appreciate the flexibility it allows. I hate that doll. Where's that gym? You think it'd be easy to spot? Yes, I am making healthy use of this. Ah, it's on the flintlock. Alright. Creepy doll again. This should be the Ivy key. There it is. That being said, I think that's the last time we have to deal with the creepy doll. I hope that's the last time we have to deal with the creepy doll. Oh, now we just need that black oval. That's not it. Nope. I honestly avoided the strategy guide in the first playthrough because while it does have it, it just kind of feels like cheating. But as we are trying to get through this as fast as possible. There it is. I don't mind making liberal use of the hints. Need to get back to the palace. Ivy-shaped key. And the frog-shaped key. And the key-shaped key. Got it. Right here. The fountain emblem. There's that. One piece of glass. Oh, not there. Is that piece of flower? That's over here on the phone. Yeah, this is the other anachronistic thing. There is a telephone here. Now, admittedly, it's a rotary dial telephone. For our younger viewers, rotary dial telephones were some of the first telephones. This is a very old style telephone where you have the receiver and speaker here, and it would hang here. And this is how you dialed. I know everyone on here should know how to use a rotary dial phone. This is just in case somebody decides to watch it later, which I hope. Do-do. Doop-doop. Bet you the one I'm missing is that one. Throw the switch into the room. Put the fountain emblem in. Oh, yes. I had honestly never even seen a rotary dial that's that fancy. I have seen similar ones. We had a friend who had one of the wall-mounted ones, but nothing like that. My grandmother used a rotary dial phone right up until they told her that they don't make them anymore. And that if she wanted one, she would have to go find a fancy one and use that. That was the time my grandmother finally moved to a touch-tone phone. And she fought the entire way. Really? Well, let me find the Frisia potion. 'Cause I can't just back out of the puzzle. At least, I don't know of a way to just back out of the puzzle. Yeah, there we go. You said this was the room I could use it in? Or is this the room I could use it in? No, doesn't go there. But I will listen to every idea of where you guys think that that disc goes, cause I am sure I don't know. The room with the tree that I used the hammer in. Alright. Since we're here, we're gonna go ahead and finish this. The tree. Oh. Okay. So how am I supposed to unfreeze it? Oh. I guess that's all of it. Is a frozen Snow White. That's a little disappointing. Maybe, but I could have swore the next game was the Snow Queen, although I guess they could have combined the two. That is always a possibility. Yeah. You're right. I do still need one tiara. But I've still got one more hidden object scene, too. But that is not the tiara. The tiara should be in Ivy's room. have to get back to that. Even still, honestly, the spoiler for this game is really awesome. Next time we want to have just a talk day, I plan on loading it up so that you guys can see the spoiler for this game, because the spoiler for this game was magnificent, honestly. But then, of course, it was also the first game. They had to make it really good so that... So they combined the two. Which is interesting because they actually have another story later with Snow White as well. The continuity of these games gets a little strange at times. I am just clicking on every leaf of ivy. Here's the heart. It's that heart. Is that peace? There it is. Yeah, it really is. None of these are happy tales. These are not your Disney fairy stories. Right. Wait, was there snow in here last time, or is that dust? That's probably dust particles. And I am just gonna pull the strategy guide. Okay. A2, B, ACA, 2. Okay. So. Oh. I did that and then didn't actually memorize where A, B, and C were. A, B, C. So we don't touch this one at all. Good to know. A, 2. B, A, C, A, 2, B, C, 2, A, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yay!
I'm warm now.
You've rescued the Chancellor's daughter and ended the prince's curse. However, a greater evil looms upon...
Okay. Oh, that's where they put the bonus game. Alright. It is past time for the night. So I tell you what. We are going to, for this evening, call it. We will come back and pick up this bonus game on Sunday. And then I will set it up so that we can... I will take a break and reset my play screen so that we can do the the Exiled Prince preview. Since we did get to see the preview for this game, I guess you have to beat the Frozen Lair to get all the wallpapers and music and such. So I guess if we'd gone to see that first, instead of just going right back into the game, we know this. Alright, everybody, it has been fun. Hope to see you all again on Sunday. Don't forget, I need more people watching. Please, please, please tell your friends, tell your family. Post it to your Facebook, those of you who have it. I need 50 followers so that we can move into affiliate mode and we can get things like badges and we can get better emojis and we can get all sorts of stuff once I'm to that point. Alright, guys. Toodles!